Hi everyone. So for this great occasion, I think I have been involved with Govi Nena since inception in June 2020, and actually I promoted your application among officers and farmers because I train about 600 government officers and farmers from 2020 to 2021. And this is a great initiative, and I congratulate University of Rohuna, the Faculty of Agriculture, for initiating this kind of application for the first time, and pioneering in digitizing the agriculture value chain. And I know that University of Rohuna has done many other similar research. One is you started with mushroom, I think a couple of years ago, sending voice messages and testing among farmers about adaptability and so on. So this will be a great start. I think you are relaunching this application again after maybe several modifications. Let me talk about some of the potentials and challenges ahead of us. I mean, promoting the digital applications along digitizing the agriculture value chain. Now, I did this actually. I was involved in one of the ADB assignments in 2019 September. So I basically analyzed the smartphone penetration among farmers among 4 districts: Gol, Mathura, Ratnapura, and Kandy. Only 18% of the farmers had smartphones at that time, just before COVID. But when I did the similar thing 1 year later, basically after COVID, it has gone up to 50% thanks to the school programs promoted through Zoom and other applications. So it's a great opportunity that I see to digitize the agriculture value chain because of the high level of penetration of smartphones. And very recently, we did a similar research on tea sector, where 70% of the farmers are having smartphones right now. So that is in 2022. So, and 95% of the government officers had smartphones. Unfortunately, most of them are personal phones, not the government-owned ones. So that's a challenge. And 95% of agriculture vendors, basically the buyers and others, also had smartphones. So most of them are very much familiar with the smartphones. So now, assuming that 50% of the farmers are having smartphones, and out of 50%, and 50%, that means like 25% of the farmers said, without any prior knowledge, that they like to access market information through mobile applications, and almost 40% said they like to access technology through mobile application. Even though you see it's a 40% is a small amount, actually, when it comes to the total population, it might be about 20%. I think it's a great starting point, because the reason is that now the current extension, the reach for the farmers may be around 10%. So 20% is a 100% increase. I think if we can even reach to that 20% of the initial target without any promotion would be a great achievement. And I don't know whether you are aware that 92% of Sri Lankan smartphones are Android, only 6% iOS. So it's easy to develop mobile applications for our target groups. Mostly among farmers, I'm very sure it would be Android. And 38% of the Sri Lankans are on social media, right? And it's a very good sign. If it is about 13 years to 16 years, it would be around 50% on social media. So those are the positive aspects of digitization agriculture value chain. But let me talk about some of the challenges, because there are a lot of digital initiatives like market applications like Govi, which was downloaded 45,000, and then it is not active anymore. And there are Krushi Advice is 10,000 downloads, Coconut application is 10,000 downloads, and your one might also reach to this level very soon. The biggest challenge is the internet coverage. If you search, there's a mobile connectivity index, the worldwide index. So we have the scores about 55 out of 100. So it's almost like half of the mobile index, connectivity index. And under that, there's an infrastructure, which is the lowest value for us. So that is one of the huge challenges to promote our digital efforts in this country, even though some operators are boasting about number of SIMs, 4G SIMs, and so on. So in farming areas, our experience is very low. Then lack of knowledge among even officers, right? When we train officers into 2020, a lot of people were not aware of most of the digital applications, and we promoted it. It's still even last 2 days ago, we trained 70 plus graduate appointed to the government on this one. A lot of people are not really aware of. And then the lack of digital skills among farmers is another challenge, because most of the smartphones, even I said 54%, 50% would be the total penetration. Most of them are using for communication. Almost 80% are using. When it comes to the banking application, even utility application is less than 20%. So it's a challenging area. Then the phone capacity. A lot of phones are actually old, right? So they may not have the capacity on their phone capacity, phone memory to install additional application. That is also one of the key area to think about. Some of the mobile application can be transferred to the SD card. So if there are applications that can be transferred to the SD card, would be really great, because the farmers will not have the capacity to have additional mobile application on their mobile phone. The poor promotions. This is the key. The developing of the application is not the task. Actually promoting it among the key stakeholders will be the real challenge. And I encourage you to think about some of the incentive schemes. May not be a highly sophisticated one. Now we have agriculture insurance for people who are using the mobile application. They are automatically entitled for an agriculture insurance for the data and for the crop that they are having on the system. But sometimes you might think of having a daily quiz or any other incentive mechanism for them to use the mobile application, asking daily questions related to the content of their mobile application will help to promote this one. Incentivizing our farmers is a key in promoting anything, almost anything now. Then the sustainability. Now that is another key area we are very particular about, the funding. Now, according to World Bank, there are 3 stages of digitalization. One is the pilot phase, then the scalability, the third one is the sustainability. Usually we can give mobile application free of charge during the pilot, and during the scalability skill we need to think of little bit of grant funding as well as some revenue generations to a mobile application. Usually what World Bank says is the sustainability stage should have a revenue generation model within, because the technology is changing. You need to upgrade these things. And if you try to depend on donor funding, because it's very unpredictable, and then you may have some challenges going forward. The upgrade application is a key, very important area to think about when you look at the future of the mobile application. Right? And then for that matter, we as a team now looking at the ways of having PPP models, actually PPP models, that is public, private, and people's partnership, because according to our recent survey, almost 90% of the farmers, offices, factories in tea sector has voted for a PPP model, where they jointly find a mechanism to manage it, and then there will be revenue generations by way of connecting to some of the service providers to agriculture value chain, probably sharing some data with the various agriculture service providers like exporters and so on. We are trying to find some revenue generation also among this model. So this is our plan to cope with the challenges that we are facing, but I am sure we have no way out other than digitizing the agriculture value chain. I want to thank once again University of Verona, especially the Faculty of Agriculture team, who initiated for the first time among all the universities here on this extension thing. And a lot of people are talking about very high about your application, and I wish you all the best. And I'm sure in time to come, your application might complement some of the extension challenges in this country. Thank you very much.